Hey scientists, how are you? I hope that you are well, and I hope that you enjoyed our science lesson yesterday, learning about the scientific method. So today, I'm actually going to flip this glass up so I can see the screen better. Today, we are going to review the scientific method, and then you are just going to work on an activity. It was in that bag that I gave you, and it is called Monster Mess. If you want to pull this out of your bag, you will be working on this after you watch the video. So I wonder if you remember what in science we call a good guess. When a scientist are trying to come up with an experiment and they're trying to test something, what do we call at the beginning of the scientific method when they take their best guess of what they think is going to happen? Did you say hypothesis? If you did, you got it right. Good job. That's called the hypothesis. And remember, a hypothesis does not mean that we get our conclusion correct. That is why we try the experiment. And sometimes even scientists, usually not in our class because of a time frame, but usually scientists will do the experiment 3 times to make sure the conclusion is always the same. Okay, usually in first grade we kind of do it 1 time just because we don't have enough time to keep running through everything 3 times, but that is how you get your conclusion, is if you keep testing it and seeing what you come up with for the conclusion. Now remember, the conclusion and the hypothesis don't have to match, but your conclusion needs to be correct. Also, remember that we never change our hypothesis, even if we're wrong, because it's okay if we're wrong. That's part of learning. So, that was good. That's called a hypothesis. Well, the first part of the scientific method is asking a question. So, let's sing our song. And if my voice will hold up just a little longer while we sing this, sing it with me, okay? Ask a question, make a guess. That's called a hypothesis. Plan a fair test, do the steps. Look and see just what you get. Make a conclusion and repeat. Being a scientist is really neat. Awesome. Thank you for singing with me today. So, today is just a quick review. It's not going to be a long lesson, but I think you're going to really enjoy making your Monster Mess book. So, you're going to write your name on there, and it's just a review of yesterday's mixing of colors. So, we learned that the first little monster got in the yellow and red paint. So, you can color part of him yellow and part of him red. But yellow and red make what color did we learn that it makes? Yes, it makes orange. So you're going to take your orange crayon and color this side orange, because if you got in a little yellow and you got in a little red, he'd end up being orange. The next page says, the second little monster got in blue and red paint. So you'll take your blue crayon and your red crayon and you part blue, part red. But blue and red make, do you remember what blue and red make? Purple. Good job. So you will color him purple on this side of the paper. The third little monster got into the yellow and blue paint. So you'll color this one a little yellow and this part a little blue. But yellow and blue make green. We loved learning that that made green. And so then on the back, you'll color him green. But then on the back, you just have a fun coloring sheet. Awesome. That is really all the lesson is today, but I want to ask you another question. How did you do on your hypothesis yesterday? Were you pretty close? Did you get any right or any wrong? Remember yesterday when I taught my lesson, I could not remember what, I think it was yellow and red made. I put purple down for my guess, didn't I? But really, it was orange. So how did you do? I hope you did well. I can't wait to see you next week in science class. See you later.